Willie D Live.
What's up, family? California Governor Gavin Newsom visited Texas over the weekend to share his vision for the city of Houston, Texas, and his Democratic Party. Representative Texas Jasmine Crockett introduced him, and she has some very choice words for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Check it out.
It's a gospel song that goes, I don't feel no ways tired. It says, I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Now, the reason that I want to start with this song, because I need y'all to have this energy, this amazing energy that I am feeling in this room. I'm going to need y'all to keep it up. Y'all are not going to be allowed to feel tired, because we got a lot of work to do. Now, I know that we have talked about November 4th, and everybody was really excited about November 4th. We even saw historic wins in places like Mississippi and Georgia. Without them even having the investments. Let me tell you something, Texas, we can do this. We can do this. If you just make sure that you keep that song in your mind, that you feel no ways tired. So let's talk about where we came from, okay? I hate to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it. So, as I said, as we did a rally in California right before Prop 50 passed, you know, our feeble little governor, now he doesn't know how to answer the call of the people. In fact, he usually doesn't want to show up and talk to the people. But somehow, when that orange line rings, he knows how to pick up the phone and do whatever it is that he is told to do. Now, that's not what leadership looks like. No. That is not what it looks like. But here's the thing. He decided that he was going to answer the call of the orange one and ignore the calls and the voices of the people of Texas. And so it makes me think about an actual verse, Psalm 30:5. It says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So weeping looks like leaders promoting hate. Weeping looks like Abbott being a lousy step-and-fetch-it governor that puts tyranny over Texans. Weeping looks like taking food out of the mouths of seniors, babies, and making sure that after a court tells you to feed the people, you decide to appeal it. Weeping looks like taking away health care and not giving a damn. Weeping looks like wreaking havoc not only on our economy but also the East Wing. Weeping looks like terrorizing communities with ICE. But joy looks like our amazing Texas state reps. Joy looks like the wins that we had on November 4th throughout the entire country. Joy looks like restoring decency, dignity, and democracy. Joy looks like California passing Prop 50. Finally, joy looks like a man by the name of Gavin Newsom. Many of y'all may not know this. I said I was happy to be back home because I've been on the road fighting for Texans. I went to Pennsylvania to make sure that they retained their judges. I went to California to make sure I could do my part for Prop 50. I made sure that I went to Virginia on behalf of Abigail Spanberger. See, winning means that we got to do the work. But more importantly, I told y'all joy comes in the morning. And so let me tell you about Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom could have sat on the sidelines, you see, because everything looks blue in California. But he decided that it was bigger than just his state. He decided that this was about the democracy of all of us. And frankly, racism is here at ground zero. Because he wants y'all to know that he is about this life. So will you join me in welcoming a real
Boom, 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 boom. Well, you'll never hear nothing that hip coming from the Republican side. Boom, 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 boom. Boy, that DJ was hype. Here's the thing, fam. Quick reminder, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, just an American. And I speak from an independent standpoint because nobody owns me, right? But I just can't help but think that, that's just one side, man, right now. That's just one side. That's just, they're really making it difficult for Americans to even just be civil toward one another. I mean, marching in the streets, antagonizing people, running around, making threats, shooting elected officials, and then you got your leader who is pretty much the poster boy for insults, not ideas, not even idealism, just insults, symbolism, not really any plans, like any solutions, just insults and symbolism, right? They try to talk down on Jasmine Crockett about her nails, her hair, her lashes. But the same people who are talking down on her do the same thing. They wear nails and hair and lashes, and they date people and marry people who wear nails, hair, and lashes. But because it's Jasmine Crockett and she's black, then they got a gaslight. Kind of how they do when they try to point out that, ooh, look at the black people, they sure do love chicken. Everybody loves chicken, mother. I've been around the world, and everywhere I go, I see chicken. Sometimes I'm the only black person in the entire country, and all I see is chicken. Chicken and watermelon. Everywhere you go. Anyway, fam, she called Governor Greg Abbott, my governor. Jasmine Crockett had the nerve to call my governor a stepping fetchit. Do y'all know what a stepping fetchit is in the first place? Stepping Fetchit is an old black comedian named Steppin' Fetchit. That was his name, Steppin' Fetchit. What the hell of a name. But Steppin' Fetchit was a comedian who used to dance and sing. And, he was considered to be kind of mindless, right? I don't know if he was or not, but that was the role that he portrayed. And, he was one of those black dudes that, just a clown, like big eye, do the big eye thing and all of the silly stuff that, they like to, try to stereotype blacks as being, right? He was all of that. So when you hear people say Steppin' Fetchit, that's what they're talking about. But she seemed to have extended it to step and fetch whatever it is Donald Trump wants you to step and fetch, Greg. Get out there and do it. Good boy. Pat on the head, That's what Jasmine Crockett is talking about. Boy, Jasmine Crockett is a beast with the clap back. She had to be the kid in the classroom that nobody wanted to talk slick about, because once she opened up, it's over. Man, I don't know where she got that from, but Jasmine Crockett is a beast with the clap back. You don't want none of that. Man, you don't want none of that. She cold-blooded with it. Should have had her on Wild and Out before she became a politician. Once she became a politician, can't really operate in that medium, but she has taken her talents to South Beach, so to speak, or to DC, and putting a smackdown on a daily basis to anybody who want to challenge her in policy or insults. Like Donald Trump has really met his match with Jasmine Crockett, because Donald Trump, he actually gets a kick out of insulting people, whereas Jasmine Crockett insults people on a need-to basis. She's not the type of person, you can tell she's a good-hearted person, you can tell. She's not the type of person that just go after people for the sake of going after them. But get on her bad side, and she will light you up. She called Governor Greg Abbott a stepping fetching governor. Damn. Whoo, that was heavy. That was heavy right there. I'm gonna have to go drink some tea. No more talk.